Take 3. Hello, I'm in Berlin, Germany now, and we are at a glorious restaurant, and we just ordered coffee and our food's arrived, but I wanted to show you something. I've noticed this week in Germany how similar written English and written German is. And I know that might be really obvious to some of you, but I'm shocked by how similar it was. I started reading the German menu when we first got to the restaurant, and then my husband mentioned there was an English menu. I said, oh, okay, so the few words I couldn't figure out, there they are. And just to recap, my German knowledge was from like 1986, 1987 in high school when I didn't pay attention to anything. So it's really amazing that the similarities in this are so vast. So I've got some menus with me today in English and in German, and I just want to walk you through them really quickly to show you the similarities that I'm talking about. So we're going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to walk you through the menu and the things that are so incredibly similar between the two languages. Here we go. Okay, take 4. I just did an entire 5 minutes offline. Here's the restaurant we're at today. We're at their deli, not at the restaurant itself. And I just quickly want to walk you through. I've got the English menu and the German menu very close to each other. So let's quickly look. If you look at the coffee, you'll see how many loan words are coming over here. How crazy is that? So it's mostly, it looks like mostly the Italian loan words are coming in. I am especially fond of the espresso macchiato with milk froth. And when I was initially looking at the German, when we first got here, espresso macchiato, I could tell, but I didn't know what Milchenhaum was. But then I went down here, and it's milk froth. So that was the only real confusing thing there, but there lots and lots of loan words. I actually saw a lot of signs like on stores and things that had so gut, so S-O in English, which means like very, right? And then gut, G-U-T. So I've seen a lot of blends like that with some English, some not. And I wish I took a picture of it, but we were in the Fossil store last night, the company Fossil, F-O-S-S-I-L, and there are quite a bit of blends in their advertisement around there last night too, of blends of English and German together in the same sentence. So anyway, their coffee menu, they describe the beans, which is awesome. So I'll just show you the one I got, which is super dark. So here's the English, and yes, I had to think about that for a second. And wow, their German description is super short. Alright, so let's switch over to food because it looked like most of that was Italian loan words, but that just, I'm seeing so many loan words from so many different places. There's a lot of bagels here, and I have to check the menu for the headings because that's where I can tell which one's the English and which one's the German menu, because there's so many similarities with the loan words from different languages. So here's the English menu, and here is the... Wait. I give up. Wait, no I don't. Sorry, frustration. They actually didn't even translate that. Wow. Okay, sorry, that was the moment of frustration, because this is the 5th time I've tried to make this video. So let's look at this heading. Okay, so there's the English. And there's the German. So that one does tell you. And mit is with. And I don't know what the rest of that is. But that's where there's so many similarities in the text that I'm actually looking at the headings to tell me which. And that doesn't always work from what you just saw. So butter and jam, for example, is butter and marmalade. And let me put those side by side to show you. So on the left is English and on the right is German. Homemade chocolate hazelnut bread, which is a very important thing to know what you're getting. And hausgemacht is made, basically house something made. And then that must be hazelnut right there. It's the thing that I'm covering up, so there you go. There's a lot of similarities in the language. So you can see tomato, dried tomato and herbs. And you can see here, tomato is Tomaten. And I know my pronunciation's off. Again, I studied, wow, as is the focus on this camera. It says Tomaten, Tomaten. I haven't studied German since high school, and I barely paid attention then, so you'll have to forgive me with the pronunciation. But I was just floored all week as I'm walking around. I could actually somewhat read a lot of things that were around me. And here's homemade pastries. And why do I know that? Because the English menu says homemade pastries. So, and here, this is amazing. Here's the English. Wow, this focus sucks today. Okay, I think you can kind of see that. If I touch it, you said it focuses? There it goes. There, okay, so there's the English, and there's the German. No, really. Here we go again. There's the English, and there's the German. Very little of that was translated, if any, especially Monster Brownie. I love that they didn't try to translate Monster Brownie. So let's go down to these. There's the German. There's the English. Again, very little translated. And this is just a food representation of a lot of the loan words and the blends that I'm seeing around. This is all the German that I'm walking you through right now. And just a representation of a food example, a culinary example of the language variety and the language loanage that's happening in, at least in Berlin right now. We haven't been anywhere else in Germany. And nor do I want to go anywhere else. I really, really, really am liking Berlin, and I definitely want to come back here. So I'm just kind of walking you through the German menu right now as I ramble on about the language and the city. And yeah, so that's it. This is still the German menu. Oh, the teas. The teas seem to have the most German that I've seen on the menu. Excuse me one second. Here we go. Okay, herbal teas. Here we go. So the English is on the right, and the German's on the left. So that is definitely the one area that has the most language. But I think you can still, like citron. I think that one's easy, coming from English. Hibiscus is not translated, or at least we're both using the same loan word because we use hibiscus in the States. Camille Blüte, I'm guessing is chamomile. Yep, sure is. There it is. So yeah, so that's one that has the most German in it. Und is and. Ein is one, right? Oh, combination of. I'm not exact. Oh yeah, combination with the K, combination with the C. It's just ridiculous how much transfer, like positive transfer, there can be from English to German. And yeah. So I'll talk more about this later once I get back to Shanghai, but this is just blowing my mind on how much I've been able to read while just walking around random parts of the city. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that and my scone with you. So thank you very, very much, and more soon from China. 再见.